This is WFYI News Now. It's April 8th and I'm Abriana Herron. On today's show, a new report shows Indiana faces a growing workforce shortage and a need for more skilled talent. How school funding breaks down in the latest property tax plan from Indiana House Republicans. And Democratic lawmakers say the same plan unveiled Monday is not ready.
I mean, to me, it's a mirage, okay? When they talk about that, they may use a word or two, but to me, it is a mirage.
Those stories are coming up, but first. A train derailed on the southeast side of Indianapolis Sunday night, near the intersection of Southeast Avenue and Earhart Street. As of Sunday night, the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department and the Indianapolis Fire Department said they were investigating the situation and believed there was no threat to public safety. They said cornstarch was the only cargo that fell from the train cars. IMPD said Southeastern will be closed at Earhart Street and Sherman Drive at least through Monday afternoon for cleanup. Indiana faces a growing workforce shortage and a need for skilled talent, according to a new report from Ivy Tech Community College. From WFYI's Education Desk, Sydney Dauphiné has more on the findings.
The study shows a demand for skills training in advanced manufacturing, logistics, healthcare, and technology. In the next 10 years, nearly 70% of jobs in these fields will require some kind of post-secondary training. Over 80,000 people would be needed to get non-degree credentials every year to fill that demand. Leighton Johnson is the Assistant Vice President for Employer Connections at Ivy Tech.
I think for the individual learner, it may not require this major investment in time. It could just be looking at the various offerings that could be tweaking your skill set and helping you better understand AI, changing technology, and more.
The report recommends expanded apprenticeship programs and tuition assistance to help meet the need. I'm Sydney Dauphiné.
Property tax relief from Indiana House Republicans now would split local property tax revenue between traditional public school districts and charter schools. From WFYI's Education Desk, Rachel Fredette reports how this new funding breaks down.
Local school districts would start to share property tax levies and voter-approved referendums with charter schools in 2028. Operations fund sharing would be phased in over 4 years. Those funds go to transportation and capital projects. Democrat Greg Porter represents parts of Indianapolis in the Indiana House. He says charter school funding is a distraction from reforming property taxes.
So I don't think that at this point we will support that.
The original Senate bill on its own would have shifted more than $370 million in property tax money away from public schools. The updated financial impact on school districts was not shared yet. I'm Rachel Fredette.
And for our final story today, Democratic lawmakers say the GOP property tax overhaul plan unveiled Monday is not ready for prime time. Indiana Public Broadcasting's Lauren Chapman reports Republican lawmakers pushed the overhaul through committee along party lines.
Democratic concerns ranged from downstream effects on the South Shoreline in Lake County to defunding local fire and police departments. But without a prepared fiscal analysis available, Representative Greg Porter says he's worried about how painful the measure will really be. Porter says this is a do-nothing bill for property owners in Indiana and instead does more for corporations.
I mean, to me, it's a mirage, okay? When they talk about that, they may use a word or two, but to me, it is a mirage.
Republican overhaul architect Representative Jeff Thompson says the bill now strikes a balance between local government units and providing property tax relief by working on a decrease in the increase. The bill now goes to the full House. For Indiana Public Broadcasting, I'm Lauren Chapman at the State House.
And that's all for today's episode of WFYI News Now. Our podcast is produced by Drew Daudelin and Zach Bundy, with support from the news team at WFYI and public media journalists across the state. Our news director is Sarah Neal-Estes. Kendall Antron produced our music, and I'm your host, Abriana Herron. If you like today's episode, remember to subscribe and share, and follow WFYI on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube to check in on our newsroom throughout the day. Thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow.